Crouch down for the camera. Hi guys.
Hi.
We've got so much to tell you, all about our wonderful week in Bulgaria, and yeah.
Knackering week. Hi.
Hi again. So we're trying to video on location.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
Yes, trying to set everything up, and
Yeah.
unfortunately without the equipment as such, without a tripod and things like that. All right, don't need the Kestrels to join in.
Yeah, we might get distracted by the Kestrels, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just wanted to go through just very quickly. Obviously, we said before what the purpose was of this particular trip. So we got into Stara Zagora about
6:15 in the evening.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'd obviously rented an apartment in Stara Zagora for the week.
Yeah.
And then obviously had bookings for looking at houses
The next day on Monday.
for Monday and Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Monday we saw our first property. Can
I just say, we were really lucky. Obviously, having worked for the rescue centre in Stara Zagora before, they're absolute champions because they allow us to use one of the cars to do this kind of stuff, which is just 3 Kestrels.
3 Kestrels watching over us. Anyway,
popped outlet. That's very nice, isn't it?
Well, it's the mention of Green Balkans, I think.
Yeah, they all come out with, that's where we're from. So yeah, Green Balkans are absolute superstars and let us use the car when we come over, which was just obviously a godsend, which enabled us obviously to go and see the houses a bit easier.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for that.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% appreciated. So we went to the first one.
House, which was technically our second favourite, wasn't it?
Yes, from what we'd sort of listed to go and see. So we went off to that one.
The village was nice,
more work,
wasn't it?
Needed more work than we wanted.
Yeah, but the village was nice. But the house itself, it was quite expensive. It was the most expensive on our list, and it needed so much work. Yeah. So
we look at everything with a sort of an open mind. Look at where we could put things, where we put rooms, what would we have where, and what have you. And it just wasn't quite. Didn't have the layout that we needed. So obviously we certainly weren't going to say no there and then, because it depended on what else we were going to see.
We had about seven properties in the end because one of them sold that we had on our list. So so then we went in.
To the second one.
Yes, we went to the second one.
Over there somewhere.
Which is over there, which was our first choice. We actually noticed this property in November last year.
Yeah.
So we've been watching it ever since then.
Yeah. The only thing that put us off is it's a little bit further than the others.
Yeah.
So to go into Stara Zagora, you're looking at around about 40 minutes or so. And at the end of it, we realised that something has to give.
Yeah.
We have to have a compromise somewhere. It's very, very unlikely to get every single thing that you're looking for in your list. So that was our compromise. We got to the village, found a house.
Met the estate agent. Obviously had a good look round.
Very good.
And then we decided.
We kind of really knew there and then that that was the one.
Yeah, because I said to you, didn't I? How do you feel about it? We both said it to each other as such, and I was like excited. I feel excited.
Yeah, it's got everything. That thing about having what you need in the right places. We'd like to live on one floor if possible. There to be enough rooms downstairs.
Because I want a bungalow, really.
Yes.
So,
that's why we got a 2-bedroom room. Which is not the 3-1. Last time. So then we had to think about guest accommodation. We're assuming that our family want to come and visit us.
We hope,
So we've got to make sure that there's enough rooms, etc. for them. So obviously upstairs does that. And then the other rooms, the other buildings that were there, the outbuildings, etc. We have a purpose for them, which obviously we do in some cases. So everything ticks a box. Wonderful sort of privacy to it, with sort of horseshoe shape. A bit of land out the front, isn't there? Like a little garden down. Which is lovely with flowers and everything planted in it, which is nice. So yeah, he really got the creative juices going. So we were able to is, but it would certainly work. It's right near the edge of the village, which is obviously another plus for walking dogs and things like that. And yeah, so we were quite interested. We said to the guy, obviously we've got some more to look at. So we, as we came out of the village, there's a sort of feature on the hill. So we decided to go and have a look at that, didn't we? From there, we saw a huge lake with lots of the one behind us is just a little spill off of it. And there's about 3 or 4 of those sort of plonked around here as well.
Little ponds, aren't they?
Ponds, So obviously it all adds to the sort of feature of it. The kestrels we heard just then are coming out of the woods just to the side of us here. And it's a nice, massive sort of pine forest.
It
just
really
smell
smells
and
beautiful.
it's just such a lovely place to be. So obviously, on top of the fact that we like the house, the area is obviously amazing as well.
When we did the shore, if you've watched the shore, or Darren did it, I was really, really hot that day. It was much hotter than today. And literally, we were doing this walk, and I was saying, I feel giddy. I feel totally giddy because this was so totally unexpected to have all of this.
Yeah, it kind of reminds us a little bit of like a combination of the houses we've already had. It's got that. It's that little bit bigger. It's at the edge of the village still. The walks here, obviously, and from the house you can go straight out and you can go to woods there as well. Which we could do in both of the last two houses.
We've got 2 sets of mountains as well because we've got the Rhodopes and then we've got the Stara Zagora. So we're between 2 sets of mountains, which is just I love that.
So we kind of thought to ourselves, this looks like the one. But we're not daft. We do need to go and see the others. So we did, and we're going to cut that a little bit short because we went to see the other ones, and let's just say they weren't what we wanted. So we'd done that Monday afternoon and Tuesday.
Well, one of them literally, it was the village that told us no because it's just so scruffy.
You can get when you get a feel for when you get a feel for something when it's just that sort of curb appeal we call it in the UK, don't we? Curb appeal. Some of the villages you go into look a little bit scruffy. When you actually get in, they're not too bad. They're tidy around the centre. One of the ones we looked at on the Tuesday in particular, the village just did nothing for us as we went in, did it?
No.
The house would have had enough buildings and everything. It was incredible the amount of
and it was cheaper. It was cheaper than this one.
It was cheaper than the one that we're buying, but
it wasn't.
It just didn't have that feel, did it? So we ended up. When we finished there, we contacted the estate agents and basically said we want this house. So we then went into Stara Zagora the next day. Was it the next day?
I think we went the next day to look at it.
Oh, we went to look at it.
We wanted to look at it.
Right.
They actually insisted that we look at it again for our safety to ensure. We wanted to look at it anyway, so of course we were going.
Excuse really, wasn't it?
But we had
to
told
come back
them,
here.
But we had told them we wanted to buy it, obviously. So we came and looked at it again. You took some measurements.
Took some sizes. Took a little bit more detailed information because obviously we need to plan exactly what's going to go where. Said to the guy that we definitely want to go ahead with it. So then yesterday we went and sorted out the notary, the power of attorney, and things like that.
Because we're not going to be here, and
obviously
and he says the sale's going to be completed within about 2 weeks. So we can't come back that quickly, unfortunately, due to annual leave.
Really, unfortunately.
But the problem is we don't want to leave now.
No, that's right.
Now we're here.
But we go back on Saturday. Knowing now that obviously we've got something, within the next couple of weeks we should be the owners, which is going to be pretty cool. So now we've got everything to sort out back home, haven't we?
Yes.
So now we've got to.
That to me is this was the hardest part, obviously. Finding this.
This was the most important.
Sure.
This was the most important part.
Bit,
to find
the hardest
first.
Part now is going to be selling our house, I think.
The next couple of things,
hopefully I'm wrong.
The next couple of things we need to do is once the house has actually gone through, we've got the details of the address. We've got to arrange the paperwork for our goods. We are going to use a company for that we found through Facebook. I've been in touch with the guy already, so I know roughly what we need to be doing. Very reasonable rates, certainly a lot cheaper than most, but not the cheapest everything. We know that you've got to be careful. So we'll keep you informed of how that goes as well.
Because we would rather take our own household goods. You know, some people say, oh, it's so cheap in Bulgaria, but you can't get nice stuff. Like, when I say nice stuff, it's like you can get nice stuff,
you can, but you're going to pay a lot more for it. Yeah. What we've worked out is the cost of the value of our stuff compared to the value of replacing.
Well, I
with
mean,
the value of bringing it over,
yeah.
And we worked out that it's technically best to bring most of it over with us.
So yeah, that's it. We just wanted to kind of bring you up to date with what's happening. Obviously, we're here in our village, aren't we?
Here we are. Got a nice ring to it. It's definitely got a nice ring to it.
And
so it's just bring it up to space. Really, this is where we are at the moment. Waiting for everything else, and we'll keep you informed as it goes on, because obviously we know we're going to get hiccups. Not everything's going to be plain sailing. There's no way it can be plain sailing all the way through. Paperwork is the next thing, then get the house on the market, get that all sorted, and hopefully the timings all work out to get our stuff over here. And hopefully within, I don't know, a week.
I reckon you're looking at 3 months minimum.
Yeah, probably, if we're realistic. Unfortunately, yeah. If we could be out here for about August, that would be brilliant. But we'll have to see. It's all going to come down to how long it takes to get the paperwork ready for moving our stuff, and obviously how long it takes to sell our house. Hopefully not too long.
No.
So, we'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. So
stay tuned and keep smiling.
Take care, everybody.
Cheers for now.
Bye.
Ta-ra.